Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, has thrown its full weight behind NUPENG, threatening to shut down operations at the Dangote Refinery over alleged anti-labor practices and union suppression. Recall that NUPENG had declared its intention to stop loading fuel today over allegations, or rather yesterday, that the Dangote Refinery planned to ban the drivers recruited for its 4,000 trucks from joining the union.
In a statement released on Monday, the association's General Secretary, Lumumba Okugbawa, PENGASSAN, warned it may be forced to take drastic action if the matter remains unresolved. Well, joining us for this discussion is General Secretary PENGASSAN, Comrade Lumumba Ighotemu Okugbawa, who joins us live in the studio. Good morning and thanks for being here.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Thanks for joining us, Comrade.
Thank you. My first question is a no-brainer. Why do you think Dangote is refusing its recruited drivers from joining the union? Is there a hidden truth that Nigerians need to know? Or is there something that's making him do that? Or the company, rather?
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me go back to history a little bit. You know, the 4 refineries that we have, even if they are producing at full capacity, you know, they will not be able to meet the demands of Nigerians as at then. And a lot of things were attributed to it, smuggling and all. But we called for increased participation, at least private individuals should come in and government gave licenses to about 19 individuals to establish refineries. But most of them were dragging their feet because to them the prices are too low and they cannot meet up according to them. And so we welcome people like Dangote Refinery coming up. And if you look at the capacity of Dangote Refineries, about 650,000 barrels per day refinery, which is bigger than the 4 refineries combined, because the 4 refineries, if they produce at maximum capacities, 445,000 barrels per day, that's what they can do. So we welcome them. And then the challenge we have, especially, I'm sorry to say, with our local investors, is that the cultural issue of I'm your senior or I'm your this, don't challenge me since I employed you, is there. We don't have most of these issues with IOCs and all, you know. And the laws of the land are very clear. That workers deserve, each worker deserves his wages, fair wage. So they believe that, to our own concern, that if you are unionized, if you are organized, you will ask for more money, you ask for better condition of service. And as a full capitalist, they want to maximize profit. That is the first rule of a capitalist, maximize profit. And if it involves sacrificing the worker, so be it. And this we totally condemn.
Okay, so have Dangote drivers, the workers, have they ever been part of a union? Or is it because of the fresh drivers that are about to be employed, you know, them asking them not to sign a part of, or to sign an undertaking not to be part of the union? Have they ever been, the Dangote drivers ever been a part of the union?
Dangote has never had a union. When they came, as I told you, we welcomed them. In fact, we paid courtesy call to Dangote Refinery to, you know, to appreciate his involvement in solving, at least trying to help solve Nigeria's issues. We brought people from all over the country. You know what it is to fly people, our officers, top national officers, both unions went to pay courtesy visit to Dangote Refinery to just welcome that we are here to allow you to collaborate with you. Even our international umbrella body, industrial, we're all there too. So it shows that we are not there for war. It's to partner with Dangote Refinery and give him, should I say, a jack-up for him to succeed. Most organizers, most financiers, most capitalists think that once the union comes, they are enemies of the group. No, the union can help. Because in union, you speak with one voice. But if you have 1,000 workers, you have 1,000 voices which you will not hear anything about. But if you have representatives, the union, the shop floor guys, do whatever, we report to their union leaders, and the leaders can meet the leadership of their company, and they help. Not only safety issues coming too, not only just profit, but you can imagine if you have a fatality or your equipment goes down, the company loses. And if the worker is not happy, An unhappy worker is a dangerous worker to any organization, but you don't know that it's unhappy. But if you can say, look, oh, this place we are passing, I saw one wire coming like this, because it's committed to the organization. And the organization will reap these efforts in the long run. So we are against this. There have been no union. We are trying to organize, So the Dangote, yes, when he can buy it, so we are not against him buying trucks to deliver his products. We are not.
Are you sure about that? Because the information says that there's worry that he's brought in 4,000 CNG trucks, and it would monopolize and also affect.
When what are we talking? When government removed subsidy, one of our fights was that they should introduce CNG, that it will reduce the cost of transportation and everything. So we are in support of CNG. But if the NUPENG people have their trucks, you too have you can compete. But going that the drivers or the tankers will not belong to the union is an aberration.
So,
and they were made to force to sign that. Employment is scarce in this country.
But they've not expressly told you that the conditions of service under Dangote will be detrimental to their welfare and well-being. Is PENGASSAN are the unions not preempting, or are they not acting before the fact?
It is our business to organize.
But it's a private.
It's a worker.
Okay.
If he's private, let him go and bring his own private child to work with him. Even if his child is working as long as a worker, it was our duty to protect that particular worker. Even Dangote's MD, they are all workers, but there's categorization. You have maybe the junior staff or the senior staff, and the other allied industries, even within the Dangote Refinery, something. So we want to work together, tell you, let's see it, we'll put up a CBA, a condition of service. It's a collective something, not that we'll just force this thing on you. We'll negotiate that this is what we feel is ideal for the worker. And you say, no, this is my profit. But we know the profit. And we say, no, let's share this cake. And the worker will be happy. No, every month, every worker looks at his pay slip and say, yeah, this is what I can eat. But if you are paying me something I cannot go home with, he or she will cut corners.
Okay. Dangote's entry into the market has really disrupted the oil and gas market. There are those who believe that with Dangote, bringing in 4,000 CNG-powered trucks, he has a refinery, he has the trucks. His trucks are powered by CNG, not diesel, so obviously it's going to be way cheaper, and there's a possibility of him doing door-to-door delivery. So basically, it's kicking a lot of people out of business. So there are those who believe that this fight is not necessarily about the workers, but more about, the PENGASSAN, NUPENG, and, just basically standing up to Dangote because he seems to have, like some would say, monopolized the market.
Okay, if we say it's not unionizing truckers, what of the other categories of staff? It's not only truck he does. He goes there to refine. We have refiners. So why is it not unionizing the rest? There are no that's why I say all categories of workers should be unionized, whether they are truck drivers or senior staff.
So if he unionizes every category of his staff, will you be okay with that?
Problem, yeah. Because once you unionize, the process of engagement will be there, transparent.
Now let's talk about the government brokered talks yesterday that reportedly ended up in a stalemate. Could you share details of that? How did it go? Are you making progress? And what's the bone of contention, really?
It's the same bone of contention, but we also appreciate the fast tracking of engagement by government of both parties. PENGASSAN is watching closely, and we said that if anything goes on, we'll put our full weight into it. And after yesterday, I think the meeting deadlocked, so the action still continues.
So the strike action continues.
So is there strike now?
So what's your red line for escalating to strike action?
If there's total breakdown of discussion.
Okay.
So currently, as we speak now, are we on strike?
There are processes, we take, which I might not tell you all now. Okay. If you say you don't just say strike, we shut down. There are processes, and those processes are already in motion.
So it's just
So the
like
red
a
line that will activate those processes is if there's a complete breakdown.
NUPENG has given directives to his tankers to stop
loading.
distributing or loading and all. And we can also go ahead to, once we detain, we just pray that this is just a family something. We are okay. We went to Dangote with our only branch. Not that we just woke up one day like we organized in some. Sorry, like we organized that coming. Just right later, unions will come in there. We went there to his refinery, far, the Lekki area there, you know. And they took us around the facilities. That is what they're doing. And we applauded it. Not that we're against it.
Yeah, we saw the video. But comrade, I mean, I'm part of the Nigerians who are equally worried about this quick declaration of strike. Because, comrade, if you remember, just a few months ago, the former GMD of NNPCL, Kyari, had joined forces in stating that some of the refineries will be working at a certain time, and it never worked. And there was what Nigerians have called a charade that was put up, where the refinery was, the one in Port Harcourt, Warri, was touted to be working, and people were jubilating. But all of a sudden, it shut down, and we didn't see any strike from PENGASSAN or NUPENG to say, listen, we're going to go on strike for having put our people out of work, for the refineries not working for so long a time. But just like I said, I'm part of the Nigerians who are wondering, Dangote is just here, and all of a sudden NUPENG and PENGASSAN are strong in saying no. What happened to the refineries that have been lying in comatose for years? They're not working. Are your people not working there too? Or they are getting paid?
People have come to that sort of blackmail that they are working there, they are getting paid. That many people are in the refinery. In Warri Refinery, for example, years back, we had about 1,800 members. As at a month ago, 2 months ago, they are just 47. The same thing for Port Harcourt Refinery. Because when this relaxation came, they now posted most of them out so as to create a space. The issue of the refinery is there's a big, I don't know how to say it. Government is involved, and some people don't want the refineries to work.
Who are these people?
Let me say cabal. They are there. When the government, they don't want these refineries to work. They sabotage it. Everything. I want to
what benefit?
To their own benefit, maybe to be importing fuel, and that's what they want. So, because we are talking of local production. That if you, sorry, madam, that local production, if we produce locally, that will be satisfied instead of importing and creating jobs for others abroad. You know, why not produce locally and then the issue of exchange rates also is affecting it. Maybe that's what also brought the prices. If you look at the price we are paying now for premium spirit and everything, it has gone up because of the exchange rate. But the main thing, as a nation, those refineries are strategic assets of a country. Putting all in a private individual, we compromise, I tell you, compromise, I won't just say security, but compromise the existence of Nigeria. You can imagine if a refinery stop working at once because of self-interest.
But they're not working at the moment.
No, refinery, like Port Harcourt Refinery, when they were rehabilitated, we now went for full refurbishment. Not just, I must tell you that the so-called turnaround maintenance Port Harcourt Refinery for 20 years, nothing like that. It's just on paper. So who are you to blame? Is it yours?
So you mentioned some people that are, that are culpable in this. You said that there's a cabal that want to make money from this. You've also said that the government is culpable.
Because they are governments. Why can't government fish out and take the right action against all these people? How can pipeline be vandalized? To get crude saved. If you get right to get crude to the refinery, something else. Because they vandalize the pipeline. And then you have to maybe resort to higher cost of badging and everything. So there are a lot of so the people that want to even buy the refinery, what do they want to achieve? Won't it work? So they want to get it, give it a bad name, sell it as scraps to themselves, and then it's business. And that's why we're saying that refurbish it, take the NLNG model, so that when government, if you say government has no business with business, bring the NLNG model that is working like the cash cow of Nigeria now. You have 51% by the private investors, and then government has 49%, so that they can keep an eye on where the money goes. Bring that model, and you see things change.
So currently now we can rightly say that no refinery is working, and we have just that of Dangote Refinery working.
And we can say that for now. Yeah.
So my question again is,
because if there's if they finish, well, go ahead.
my question is NUPENG and PENGASSAN going to canvass for other refineries to work, maybe by also calling for strike, so that the government would actually put their hands on and fix it?
We have been doing that. When you say strike is really the last option.
Okay.
You understand? So when people see like Dangote Refinery, we are striking like it just started yesterday. No, we have been engaging Dangote for more than 2 years.
Why would you go on a strike that would affect ordinary Nigerians and
It's
people
to
like
draw attention. When you cause,
no, you can't draw attention and hurt me when I have no part to play in the negotiations between Dangote and PENGASSAN.
If I hurt you today for 1 day and you enjoy for the next 1 week, which one will you take?
Who is really enjoying?
Or I leave you to suffer for the next 1 week.
But did the Nigerian people really just want to be able to get access to fuel, get access to affordable fuel? But when the two elephants fight, the grass is suffering. The grass here, the Nigerian people. Have there been any measures put in place to ensure that?
To consider us.
You know, we're being considered, the Nigerian citizens are being considered, right? Whilst also fighting for what you believe in.
Of course, that's always been in place. Because we too are Nigerians. And we want to fight for the interest of Nigeria and Nigerians. It has been there. But if your parent as a kid tells you something, you will not believe that this is the direction the parent is going. Until you grow older, if truly your parent has your interest at heart.
Okay. I also want to ask, there have been conversations around 5% to be added to fuel price. We've not gotten any reaction from PENGASSAN. Are you in support of that 5% that the federal government is looking to add? We've not gotten a start date yet, so they're saying it's not likely January 2026, but it would start, and it's going to be 5%. What it simply means that every Nigerian will be forced to pay more for fuel. So if you're buying fuel of 50,000 naira, 5% of 50,000 naira on that, and then we know the impact it will have on Nigerians. And you just said that you care about Nigerians. Is NUPENG, PENGASSAN, you know, every other body, are they in support of that 5%?
We are not in support of it. We are totally against it. And our umbrella body, the Trade Union Congress, I'm talking about PENGASSAN now, under the leadership of Professor Osifo, they've issued a statement on it. And as affiliate of Trade Union Congress, we are ready to follow the directives as being given. They are totally against it. 5% is an additional burden on the people. You increase fuel from 180, you remove subsidy, yes. Look at the quantum increase. And we are still reeling on that, trying to survive it. Yes, the naira has been stable, and then you are bringing something there, say 20-25% on purchase. No.
Now,
totally against it.
Where are we as we speak today in terms of negotiations, and what's the way forward?
Because yesterday, we know yesterday was a deadlock. Is there any other one?
Yeah, the meeting will continue.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, great. So we should expect some
feedback. Well, as I said, we are not there to
you extended an olive branch.
Exactly. We are not there to cut down Dangote's refinery neck or anything. We want to be partners with them and make, as he's getting his own, our members too should also meet their own aspiration, career growth, a safe work environment, and a fair wage for their work.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We hope that Dangote Refinery, PENGASSAN, NUPENG, NLC, and all the interested stakeholders, IPMAN, Petron, all the stakeholders can come together and find a middle ground that benefits all the parties, and especially the Nigerian people.
Because at the end of the day, we
don't want to go back to dark days of
begging petrol attendant.
Yeah,
everybody's looking for petrol attendant that they have, a friendship with.